Hey guys, MMA-RAY coming back at you for another UFC 299 breakdown. Next up, Peter Yan versus Song Yadong. Song Yadong, 21-7 in his MMA career, 4-1 in his last 5. Peter Yan, 16-5 and 1-4 in his last 5. I will say a couple of those are title fights for Peter Yan, so obviously the level of competition is higher on his end. So you don't take too much stock in their last 5. I do truly believe that disqualification title loss for Yan versus Aljo, I don't know if he got in his head or what it was, because the man has looked very declined since then. I almost thought he was unstoppable years ago, but he's on a bit of a skid. I will also say that, kind of just looking it over quickly, if you guys had thought who is the more experienced, who's been in the UFC longer, I would have guaranteed it was Peter Yan. I feel like Peter Yan had been in the UFC way longer, but it's actually Song Yadong. Song Yadong has more fights in the UFC, more wins in the UFC, and more finishes in the UFC, which I found to be very shocking for a guy who's only 26 years old. The couple of the other things, I do think they're very similar fighters, but Yadong has more power. I think he's significantly faster. Obviously, he's significantly younger. And I think the biggest problem that Peter Yan has is he's a very, very, very slow starter. I feel like the guy doesn't throw much of anything in first rounds. And in a 3-round fight, that can work in a 5-round, championship match where you can get, you can lose the first one, gain some information, kind of come back better, win 3 of the last 4. But that is his biggest problem, in my opinion, into why he will lose a decision or lose this fight. He's going to give up the first round. He's very slow in the first round. And Song Yadong, if you give him 1-0, he's winning one of the next 2. So give me the youth, give me the speed, give me the power, give me Song Yadong. And he's actually the underdog in this fight. I believe he's plus 120. I think that Peter Yan's time has passed. And I think given that with his slow starter, with a very equal matchup, give me the younger, faster guy who's kind of in the upward direction. And I've never quite seen a guy go much more of downward direction than Peter Yan. Song Yadong, moneyline plus 110. Give me that. Next up on the card, we got Curtis Blaydes versus Jailton Almeida. Jailton Almeida is 20-2 in his career and 5-0 in his last 5. Curtis Blaydes, 17-4 and 3-2 in his last 5. More kind of fight discrepancies on this one. This fight card has a lot of more of the up-and-coming fight versus the more of seasoned veteran status, which kind of has this one too. Curtis Blaydes has fought some monsters in the UFC, but Jailton Almeida looks actually quite unstoppable in the UFC. A couple big things here. Jailton Almeida fights at 230 for heavyweight, which in my opinion you can use that to a big advantage versus these fat, slow heavyweights. He's usually much faster. He's usually much more athletic. He usually has much better cardio, and he uses that very well to his advantage. But I don't think that's gonna work in this fight. As far as a guy who's a monster 260 filled, he's very athletic, Curtis Blaydes. He also has very good cardio. He's also been really only finished by monsters. Francis Ngannou, I believe, got him twice, which, no shame there. I will also say, Sergey Pavlovich, the man's a monster. Also, he did get KO'd there. But Jailton Almeida is not the striker of Sergey. He's not the striker of Francis. Does not have near the power. So I think that Blaydes is going to go in, not saying ignorant to the power, but relying on a couple stop takedowns. And if it's on the feet, give me Curtis Blaydes all day. Not only is he going to be 30 pounds heavier, but I think he's the better striker, and I think he's significantly more powerful than Jailton Almeida. John Almeida just showed in his last fight, which was just one of the worst fights I've ever seen versus Derek Lewis. He got him down and he just laid on him. And I don't know if he was, round 3, 4, if he was just dead or gassed, or I still don't understand how that fight did not get finished. So, and the size to me, guys, I'm going to watch the weigh-ins on Friday, kind of, watch them stand toe-to-toe. But if you're giving me 30 pounds on a better striker with more power, who's also a wrestler, and I believe it's in pick-a-money fight as well. John Almeida also leaves his chin open a little bit. I believe he can get hit, and I believe he's getting slept in this one, guys. Give me Curtis Blades at even money line, and when the props come out, if Blades is getting a nice jump on the KO prop, give me Curtis Blades via KO in this one. Let me know what you guys think. Like, subscribe. Please leave some comments. Let me know what you think on the card. Let me know what you guys think on this fight. And you guys have a good evening.